Let's go to page 624, and this is lesson 13-4. The objective of this lesson is to graph the sine, cosine, and the related function. Now, so as a starter, when you're going to graph, you will make a value, like the x equal to all these values, and then you will find the value and you plot the points, okay? But this is like your last resort, okay? Because this will take a very long time just to graph, okay? So what you want to do is you want to kind of do a faster method, and the way to do that is realize that the sine function is like a wave, okay? Cosine also is like a wave, and the things you need to remember is your starting point, okay? So your starting point is right over here for the sine. Okay, for the cosine, the starting point is right over here. It's like the halfway, between up and down. Okay, so that's center over here. So it's very important to know where the starting point is for the sine and the cosine. Okay. Then after that, you need to know the effect of it. Okay. So look over here. So when you have a number in front, it will just shift the graph up. When it's negative, it just shift it down. Okay, so this number is to shift the up and down, and the next is the number in front of the function. This is called the amplitude. It gives you the height of the function. So when there's 2, so this is the normal. This is a regular. The black one is a regular function. So when it's 2, it go up as high as 2. Notice when it's 1, see it go up to 1. Okay, and with 1/2, it go to 1/2. Okay, so those are the basic things of the function. Of the graph of the sine and cosine. Okay, so let's go and summarize. So on page 624, normally as you progress, you're going to come across the function like this. Okay, you're going to have y equal to k plus the a sine b x plus c. So you got all this stuff. Okay. So what happens when you're doing the graphing, what you need to do is you want to get all the things together. And so it helps if you write down all your information. So you're going to have an A, B, C. So easy to remember A, B, C, right? Then after you need to get the K. They need to get the period and the shift, okay? So period for sine and cosine, by the way, also you get cosine, right? So y equal to k plus a cosine bx plus c. So for sine and cosine, the period equal to 2 pi over b. And the shift is negative c over b. So all this, okay? Then after that, you want to divide this into 4, okay? So quarter equal to p, or 1/4 of p. Okay, quarter mean. So you want to find out what the quarter point, so you can label the critical values. Okay. So keep this in mind. So whenever you have a function to graph, you want to get these things organized, and then you can graph easily. Okay. So let's go over an example of how to do this. So again, you don't want to make the table because it takes a very long time to make the table and plot point by point. Okay. Okay, so let's go to example 1. So you want to graph y equal to 2 plus 3 sine x. Okay, so in this case, A, B, C, and you got K, P, and shift. Okay, so I will explain what all this means. Okay, so in this case, there's your A. So this is the A, this is the B, and this is the C. So A equal to 3. So A is how much it go up and down. A is your amplitude. It's how much it vary, from the center. Okay. B, in this case, equal to 1, and C equal to 0. Okay. And K is 2 over here. Okay. So again, this is the K, this is the A, there's a B, there's a C. Okay. So period equal to 2 pi over B. So period equal to 2 pi. And then the quarter point. The quarter point is 1/4 of that. Okay, quarter means 1/4, right? So quarter point equal to pi over 2. And the shift over here is negative c over b. So the shift equal to c over 1. So shift equal to 0. Okay. So what all this means is this is the y value of the starting point. This is the x value of the starting point. Okay. So let me go and write it down. Okay, and this is the x value at starting point. Okay, and these are critical value, and the amplitude is how much it go up and down. Okay, so that's how much it go up and down. Okay, so now when you graph, right? Instead of getting axes and then try to match the wave, it's much easier if you do the wave first. Okay, so do the wave. Okay, and then from the wave, you want to maybe use the pencil for now because it may not be the final graph. Okay, so you have that. Okay, then remember, you have to know where the sine starting point is. The sine graph, the starting point is right over here. That is a starting point, right? Okay, so let's go and do the y first. Okay, so notice k equal to 2. That's a y value at the starting point. That means this point is 2. Okay, so that means this point is 2. If you don't have that, then this would be 0. Okay, so again, this is the y value at the starting point. So at starting point, the y equal to 2 at this point because the k equal to 2. Then amplitude is 3, means you have to go up 3. So that's the height over here. So from here, if you go up 3, this would be a 5. Okay, and when you go down 3, this would be a negative 1. Right? Again, a is how much you go up and down. Okay. So you start at 2, you go up 3, so it end up with 5. And then when you go down by 3, you end up with negative 1. The a also tell you how much to divide this. So a equal to 3 means you need to divide this into 3 sections. Okay? So a equal to tell you how much this you have to divide this into. Okay? So from here, next thing you want to do is you want to find out where the 0 is. Okay? So here's 2. So it'd be 1, 0. So 0 would be right over here. Okay? Then after that, you can go and erase this over here. Okay? Well, actually, before you erase, let's go and get let's put this back. So we take care of the y. Now let's go and do the x. Okay? Okay, so you see the period equal to 2 pi. That means from here to this point over here would be 2 pi. And you want to line things up. Make sure you line these things up. So at this point is 2 pi. Okay? Then now this is where the importance of quarter wave comes in. Okay, by the way, because the s is 0, so we know that this is 0 right over here. Okay? So that's 0 right over here. Okay, remember the shift is 0, so it'd be 0 over here. Now quarter wave is this point right over here. See, these are your quarter waves. See over here? So this is one wave. So this is half, this is quarter. So at this point, you line it up, okay? And so quarter wave means how much each division is. So it's pi over 2. That means this is pi over 2, and you line it up, so it'd be 2 pi over 2. You line it up, so 3 pi over 2, and this is 2 pi, okay? And when you go backward, okay, this right over here, this would be negative pi over 2. Now remember, you have to base on these points, right? So this point would be negative 2 pi over 2, and this point would be negative 3 pi over 2, and this point, again, you have to based on this center line, right? And this point would be negative 4 pi over 2. So after you're done, then you can go and erase this center line right over here. Okay? So this method is much faster than try to, then you're done with the graph, right? Now, this method is much quicker than if you have to make the entire table, get all the points, you have to plot all the points and graph, okay? So again, if you know all these, and it's a lot easier to do, okay? Okay, let's go to the next example. Okay, example 2, you want to graph y equal to 2 cosine of pi over 2x. Okay, so again, let's get our A, B, C, and get K, P, S. Okay, so A, so this is your A, so A equal to 2, so that's A. B is your pi over 2, so B is the stuff before the x. Okay, so again, that's your A, B, C. So C equal to 0. Okay, and K equal to 0. In this case, there's no K, so K equal to 0. So period equal to 2 pi over B. By the way, the shift is negative C over B, so you need to know this. So period equal to 2 pi over B. B is pi over 2. Okay, so now you have to know how to simplify your complex fraction. So you multiply both the top and the bottom by 2, right? So this will cancel out. And notice the pi will cancel out. Okay? So P equal to 4. And Q means quarter. Quarter means 1/4. Okay? So 1/4 of 4 will equal to 1. Okay? So again, Q means 1/4 of that. So 4 times 1/4 give you 1. And over here the shift, since this equal to 0, it will just equal to 0. So you can make sure you got all this information. Okay? Now next, let's go and get our graph now. So again, if you don't know how to graph, then you have to do it point by point, which will take a very long time. So you can do a nice wave. Okay? And so you want to use the pen to do that, and then use pencil to draw the center line. Okay. So now remember, cosine, your starting point is right over here. So you need to know where the starting point is. Okay? So here's your starting point. Now K equal to 0. K equal to 0. That means when you're going up and down, this is 0. Okay? And so K equal to 0. That means your starting point is 0 right over here. Okay? Your A equal to 2 means you go up by 2. So this will be a 2. And you go down by 2. Now make sure you get the ruler and you line up this over here. And so this point right over here, this will be a 2, negative 2. Okay? So again, K is the value, the y value at the starting point. So again, we're doing up and down before we do the x. So K equal to 0, so it means you start, the value at starting point is 0. Amplitude is 2, means you go up by 2, go down by 2. Okay? You also, how many division you want to divide this into. So it's A equal to 2 means you want to divide this into 2. Okay? And the reason to do that, so you can find where the 0. In this case, the 0 does not change, so you're good already. Okay? So now we're done with the y. Now we can do the x. Okay? Okay. Now, period equal to 4. So then the period means from the highest point to highest point, there would be 1 period. Okay? Okay, so that is equal to 4. And quarter wave means every division is equal to 1. That means over here is 1, and that is 2, and that's 3, right? See, again, Q is 1. That means every division is 1. Okay? And once we do that, we can just finish up the graph, just darkening that. And darken that. Okay? And if you want to go backward, okay, that's fine. So this would be a negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Normally you want to do 1 period this way, 1 period this way. Okay? And that's it. Again, period is how much will it take to repeat the pattern. So you go from the highest to highest, that's 1 period, and that's equal to 4. Okay? And quarter wave, quarter point means the value at each section, each division. Okay? And that's it. Okay, let's go to example 3. Example 3, you have to go backward. Okay? They give you the graph, and then you have to figure out the function. Okay. So for this one, first you need to find where the middle point is. So notice over here, okay, this is -1, and over here that's 3. So your middle line is right over here. Your middle is right over here. So that's your k. So notice this going this way. So that's a cosine function. Okay. So right away you want to start with y equal to k plus a cosine bx plus c. So from here you can see that we're going to start to substitute all the stuff in here, right? So k equal to 2, right? K equal to 1. Okay, so again, if you notice right over here, k equal to 1. Okay, and a is how much go up and down. So from here to here, it go up by 2 and go down by 2. So a equal to 2. Okay, so now, and since over here the x equal to 0, we know that this is 0. Okay, so now we have to figure out the b. The b, remember your formula. Okay, remember your formula is the period is equal to 2 pi over b. Okay, so we can figure out the period. If you don't notice from here to here equal to 4, right? So from here to here, notice it's 4. So period equal to 4 and 2 pi over b. Okay, so you cross multiply. So 4b equal to 2 pi. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So b equal to pi over 2. Okay, so once you know the pi equal to b equal to pi over 2, you put it in here. Okay, and simplify things a little bit. So y equal to 1 plus 2 cosine of pi over 2x. Okay, and that's your answer. Okay, so that's your example 3a. Okay, now let's go and do 3b. Okay. So again, you want to find out where your starting point is. Okay. So this is a sine function right over here. Okay. So again, let's go and start the y equal to k plus a sine bx plus c. Okay. Let's get it together. Okay. So first, notice that this is negative 1.5. So k in this case is equal to negative 3 over 2. That's the k. Okay, right over here again. And how much does it go up and down? Looks like it go up half and go down half. Okay, the graph is kind of off a little bit, but so a is 1/2. Okay, that's how much go up, how much it go down. And C over here, notice there is no horizontal shift, so C equal to 0. Okay, so now we have to figure out the B. So again, use your formula. P equal to 2 pi over B. So you have to figure out where the period is. So from here to here, that's 1 period, and notice it's pi. Okay, so this is pi. So period equal to pi. Okay, so again, you have to figure out how long will it take it to repeat. So from here to here, notice it's pi. Okay, so you cross multiply. So b pi equal to 2 pi, and divide by pi, divide by pi. So you cancel out. So b equal to 2. Okay, once you know b equal to 2, you put in here. Okay, and let's clean up things a little bit. So get rid of that. So y equal to negative 3 over 2 plus 1/2 sine of 2x. Okay, and that's your answer for example 3b. Okay, let's just do some of the oral exercise over here. It's identify each curve as sine or cosine, then give its amplitude and period. Okay. Well, notice starting point is over here, so this is the sine function, right? So sine function, and the amplitude is how much go up or down. So notice go up by 2, go down by 2. So amplitude is 2, and the period is how long it take to repeat. Notice it's over here, it's going up. So right over here, so that's one period. So period is 2 pi. Okay. Now over here, number 2, so again, starting point is over here, so this is a sine function, okay? And it goes up 1 and down 1, so amplitude is 1, okay? And it takes a pi, see over here from here to here, that's 1 period, right? That's how long it repeats itself, right? So that's 1 pi, so the period is pi, okay? So number 3, now notice starting point is over here, so that's cosine function, so that's cosine. And the amplitude is 0.5 because it's go up 0.5 and go down 0.5. So your amplitude is, the A is 0.5. And the period, notice it started on the highest point, so you have to go to the highest point. You have to find out, you have to go to the point where it repeats itself. So from here to here, that's 1 period. And so period is 4 pi. Okay? Now if you look at this graph over here, again, its starting point is up here, so starting point is when it's over here. So this is cosine function, and the amplitude, the graph is kind of off a little bit. Okay, but anyway, so amplitude is 2. So you go up 2, go down 2, and the period is from here to here. Okay, and it's pi.